My name is Jeff Korzenik. I'm been for decades, worked in the financial services industries, mostly in investment management, and I spent a lot of the time analyzing the economy, which has led me to ultimately take a look at the labor force, and that has led me to be a proponent for second chance or fair chance hiring people with justice who have been justice impacted. Spent a lot of time focused on the impact of demographics on the economy. And I realized and started talking about with our customers at the bank that we needed to prepare for a coming labor shortage as the baby boomers retired. And part of that story was understanding why we had lost so many people from the labor force. And I came to the conclusion that social ills were playing a role unlike any we've ever seen in the US, at least since World War II. So long-term unemployment was enormous after 2008-09. The opioid epidemic was taking a terrible toll on the workforce, and then the impact of the justice system. And when you come to realize that social ills can be of such magnitude that they're really macroeconomic issues for our economy, I started looking for solutions. And I fortunately came across business owners who had figured out how to do this right. I started seeking them out, and I realized that there's a model of success and that I should be sharing this model to help businesses prepare for the labor shortage and find new ways of talent. And there's obviously the flip side. As a banker, I'm trying to help our customers, but I'm also trying to help our communities. And it is hard to find anything that is can more positively impact our communities than opening up gateways of opportunity for people who had interaction with the justice system. The challenge for those of us who are trying to change this justice system and make it a smarter system is that criminal justice reform is getting a bad name. It's been blanketed with concerns about public safety. Anecdotal evidence has been blown up. And quite frankly, some reforms have been implemented very, very badly. All reforms are not equal. And I think to some degree, the criminal justice reform community has to reassess whether we have adequately balanced public safety. In my own view, and one of the reasons I like to focus on second chance hiring is it is such a win. And in fact, I think we'll get fundamentally better outcomes if we start with what happens after incarceration or after sentencing, and then we can work the problem backwards. I always say when employers come to see people who are involved in the justice system today as their present and future talent workforce, we'll get better justice reform. And the critical funding that some of that might require. The most critical moment for me was when I was introduced to a company in Cincinnati, Nehemiah Manufacturing, and its CEO and co-founder, Dan Myers. And Dan is a tremendous leader in this space. We sat down at his facility in inner city Cincinnati, and we talked numbers. So we were talking a clear business case. We didn't talk about the social impact. We didn't talk about the moral imperative, though both of us recognize that. But when I sat down with Dan, I realized that there is a model for success and that it is a business model that can be scaled up nationally to meet the challenge that we have. One of the most enriching parts of this whole experience is not just seeing companies adopt some of my research and start to implement second chance hiring, but the friends I've made along the way. I have a pretty traditional background, and now I have a lot of friends who've had very different life paths, and sometimes has included incarceration, and my life has been deeply enriched by their friendship.